What is going on? So, my name is Aaron Sanchez, and in today's video, I'll be talking about a few different things. But first, I understand the value. I don't knock anybody who is trying to produce high quality produced content because there's value there. And I'm not saying that I just want to produce shitty videos with providing no value, but that isn't where I shine personally. And it's not something that I aspire to be, because am I always consider myself a work in progress, and I won't touch too much on that right now. But today I was going to talk about setting realistic expectations and also how to adjust those things. And when you feel stuck, maybe in the process, and you're just not quite happy maybe with your results, with your performance in the gym or in a cut or a bulk, and what to do to kind of get out of your own head. Now, I was talking with a buddy last night. I will leave out names, but he is an ultra miler, and if you don't know what that is, he runs crazy races. Like, I mean, staying up 24 hours, 50, 100 miles, and that's his training modality. That is what fills his love cup, so that is what he pursues. And we've become really good friends, and he's a great resource because although our focus is different, training is training, and the recovery tools, the mindset around training, performance, really it's pretty much the same. But he was frustrated with his recent performances, and he was looking year over year. So he was looking last year at this time, how he was training, his times, all of these different metrics, which are great to have, but he has just been feeling very burned out. And he was further disappointed because he's like, these haven't improved. In fact, they've fallen off. And immediately, and sometimes detrimentally, I think we both kind of just we'll just go to the metrics. Let's go to the metrics. And we're looking at it from just a metric standpoint of, well, is nutrition in order? Yeah. Is sleep in order? Yeah. All of these things that aren't part of the human experience. I mean, they are and they're not. But what I mean by that is you've got to take a step back. And it kind of hit me out of nowhere. And I was like, man, you and your wife and your family, this past year has been probably the most stressful period of y'all's life, with three very major things happening that would derail anybody for a year had one of those things happened. And they've had three major things happening, things they're still dealing with. And I said, maybe you simply don't have it's the season of life. You're not in the season of life to set PRs. It's not realistic. And you can pursue that, but look how well that is going in the natural flow of your day. Like, it's not going very well. You're frustrated. You hate training, which is something you've always loved. So how great is it for you? So that got me thinking about, we often go into an endeavor with a plan. It's needed. absolutely necessary. But we need to factor in our season of life. Is this something that we can not only do, and I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, that there won't be adjustments that need to be made, that there won't be sacrifices. That's not the point. But the point is, if I am trying to, I don't know, set a world record squat goal, and I have, that's my goal, that's what I want to do, and I only have 2 days to train, I need to reset my expectations of how much I can really accomplish, because I can't dedicate all of this time. Right now, my schedule, I have to wake up earlier, I have to go to bed later, and my gym performance has suffered. Now, I can look at that one of two ways. I can get pissed off because I'm not doing what I know I'm fully capable of, or I can look at it from the other side and say, I am giving all that I have to give to my training sessions. I'm showing up when I need to show up. I am focused. I am still able to push, and I am progressing, although it may be taking a little bit longer than I normally would prefer. So what? So I'm not going to set major PRs right now. And that's okay. So adjusting, it's like really hammering down when you, the narrower, the shorter your time frame to accomplish something, the more that has to go right in your life. The more you have got to sacrifice. The more you have got to give up. The more you have got to control all the variables. So if you have this, depending on how much weight you have to lose, if you want to do it in 3 months, you've got to know right up front that what that may require, you don't have the space for. And listen, what's wrong with doubling that time frame to 6 months and then going from there? Like that, just because you pushed it out to 6 months doesn't mean it's going to take 6 months, but mentally it takes a lot off your shoulders. The mindset is a bit different. There is a little bit more leeway. Does that mean you don't try as hard? It shouldn't. You should be trying just as hard. You should have the mindset that, like, does what I'm doing in my day-to-day life support the goal I'm trying to reach? But listen, you're human and events come up. If you have kids, kids get sick. You have your kids' schedules to contend with. You have your schedule to contend with. So if you don't have, 15 hours in a week just free to spend on this thing you're trying to pursue, then extending the time frame in which you want to get it done shouldn't change your process, shouldn't change your mindset. Oh, like, yeah, I'll take this week off, or I'll skip this workout because I have this long. No, you still need to dial in on those things. But it's saying, hey, right now, I'm not getting paid to lose weight. I'm not getting paid to work out. And that's okay. Like, I give all in the time I have. And maybe that's only 3 days. So what? And you can't compare yourself to somebody else who, one, may be getting paid for what they're doing, two, who may not have kids, so they have more time to focus on their extracurricular activities, three, that you're giving your all. And that leads me to another point. Like, maybe your goal is just incongruent with your current situation. And if you're feeling burned out in the gym, if you're feeling burned out running, oftentimes I find, like, if you do the exact opposite, not sit on the sofa and binge watch TV and just let your diet go. It's not what I'm talking about, but Do something else for a period of time, even a week. Try a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That activity you want to get back to, it'll be there. So maybe if you've always wanted to take up yoga, go do yoga 2, 3, 4 times a week, whatever your schedule permits. Or if you're a runner, focus more on strength training. If you're doing, if you're a swimmer, take up another activity. There are other things that you can do. You can do something different. But if we continue just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, generally we're just digging ourselves a deeper hole. You're not going to dig deeper and, I don't know, come out the other side and miraculously all your problems would have been solved with whatever you started out. It just typically doesn't work that way. So just some things to think about. And when you're training, when you're setting these expectations, to really take the time to focus on not just the goal, but the realities of reaching that goal in the time frame you have, and understanding everything that goes into it, everything that needs to go right, what's required of you. And when you can do that, and then you just focus on the process day to day, whether you reach it in 2 months or hell, 2 years, that's still progressing forward. Yeah, it may not happen as quickly as you want, but that's life. And that's not saying that it won't. So hopefully today you found some value. There's something you can take away. There's something that you can add into your life, to whether that's better setting expectations or having to adjust those expectations, or just knowing that it's okay to not feel like you're progressing how you should. Maybe your circumstances just don't allow for it. So please hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you next video.